Oh hey, what's up? I heard some crazy stuff's going on out there. Let's go talk about it. Come on, follow me. Oh, alright. What's going on, everyone? There is so much shit we have to talk about. I mean, just literally the past couple days have been absurd, and I'm going to talk about all of it right now. Obviously, I'm pretty sure you've all heard about what's going on with Jidion, CoreyxKenshin. That's probably the biggest two names that have been pushed out there for valid reasons, might I add. And it's really, to me, showing something that I've really seen for a long time and that I've actually documented in a video that I posted a while ago. Watch it at your own discretion because it is kind of, not my best work, but it was an early work. But pretty much it's that YouTube and Twitch, and I guess also other social medias, but I'll be focusing mainly on YouTube and Twitch, have a double standard, or that they're consistently inconsistent. Yeah, I said the thing. But yeah, really, it's just this idea that these companies don't have a level of consistency that they need. Now let's just talk about kind of what happened, just in case any of you have no idea what I'm talking about. So pretty much, I believe it was 2 days ago, on either Wednesday or Tuesday, CoreyxKenshin, who is a creator on the space who's been on YouTube for a long time, you know, he's got 50 million subs, so a pretty substantial channel, posted a video pretty much saying that YouTube either has racist people in their moderation staff or they pick favorites. Now, I'll have my take on it, but I'll just kind of give you the meat and potatoes first. But pretty much in this video, Corey levies with some pretty good evidence that someone in the moderation staff, whoever is deciding who gets demonetized and who doesn't, is playing favorites. And he said he could prove this with some of the evidence he has. So I'll just show you some of the clips from his video to just kind of give you some of the context with that.
August 18th, I uploaded The Mortuary Assistant. A lot of you would know it got age restricted. I saw that all these other YouTubers were playing The Mortuary Assistant and only my video seemed to be age restricted. No one else's was age restricted. So I appealed the restriction. Hey guys, I'm not sure why mine got age restricted. Could you look into this? Appeal rejected. They doubled down. The policy team said, no, Corey, your video is restricted for good reason. We're not going to tell you why, but it's restricted. That's our final decision. So I go to Markiplier's Mortuary Assistant Part 3, and he had the same situation going on, and his video wasn't age restricted. So I send the video to my YouTube rep. I say, hey, Markiplier has this situation in his video, but his isn't age restricted. Could you send that to the policy team and see what they say about that? He said, wow, Corey, that's some astute detective work. Let me send this to them and see what they say. They came back and they removed my age restriction. I expected them to triple down and give Markiplier an age restriction too. But they looked at Mark's video and they used that to verify my innocence. So another day, another 2 days go by, and what do you know? They re-age restricted the video. They re-age restricted the video. I say, no way did they do that. I go to Markiplier's video now, and now his video is age restricted.
All right, now that you've kind of got a better idea of what he's talking about, yeah, it's not looking too good. It definitely paints a really bad picture, at least for YouTube. And then as far as Jidion, how he gets involved in the situation, if you don't know who Jidion is, he is a really popular figure in the YouTube space, I guess now. He was a really popular Twitch streamer as well until he got banned. I don't know how long this was ago, probably, I think it was last year, a couple of years ago, where he got banned. He pretty much levies that he agrees with Corey's assessment that not only does YouTube play some kind of favorites, but Twitch also, and it's a lot easier to expose Twitch for their misdoings because I think it's pretty infamous at this point that Twitch is probably one of the worst run websites, you know, live stream platforms, whatever you want to call it. The people at the top of Twitch are just significantly worse than the rest of these social medias, which is really awful. You know, that's pretty bad. That's a pretty bad standard to have, telling how these other ones aren't the greatest, but Twitch is just like in its own pedestal of shit. Like, the people up there literally have no idea what they're fucking doing. And this was exacerbated recently with the news that there was this new streamer. I've never heard of her. I don't even know what her name is, but there was this new streamer and she was getting piped down. Like, she was getting the pipe. Pretty much see everything from a little window that was in the side of her video. I obviously can't show you the full thing. I could probably show you like maybe like a screen capture from it and with the window blurred out, because it shows like everything. But pretty much there was sex on Twitch, and while she did get banned, it was only a 7-day ban. And if you know anything about Jidion's situation, he was banned indefinitely for spamming L in Pokemon's chat. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous, I would say, and I think all of you would say that. But now we're kind of at a crossroads where people are starting to realize, hey, there's something going on here that's not right. And I'm thankful that this is at least happening now, because I'd called a couple months ago when this whole Ackman situation was all going around and pretty active, that there was some things going on at YouTube, at least, you know, and I kind of figured Twitch had its problems as well, that these companies aren't doing their jobs. But they have these people who blatantly violate the rules and nothing is done. And I have a lot of examples to show you, and I'll kind of get into what the point of this video is. So obviously there was this new situation, a 7-day ban in comparison, you know, Jidion getting an indefinite ban for something a lot less worse. And, you know, there's example of doxing. You know, there's been rampant doxing going on Twitch and on YouTube, where there's multiple YouTubers and Twitch streamers who have been caught with evidence doxing. Now, if you don't know what doxing is, it's pretty much releasing private information about a person out into the internet, and most of the time it's done with malicious intent. Obviously, it's pretty hard to not be malicious when you're just giving out people's information willy-nilly, but it happens very, very rarely. And for the people I'm talking about now, it's done maliciously. Like I said in my video that I did a while ago, there was this Twitch streamer and former, I don't know if he still is, a Street Fighter pro player. His name's Low Tier God. And Low Tier God, what he did was basically he shared information, private information about another YouTuber to pretty much to kind of screw him over, because this YouTuber made a video about him and he felt he was cited in some way. Obviously, you can't dox people because they make a video about you. That just doesn't work that way. And it pretty much just got initiated because he abused the copyright system on YouTube, which is like another strike on top of that. Not only did you commit a crime, which doxing is a crime, you know, it's a serious crime, but you abuse the copyright system, which is more of a rule amongst content creators here on the space. Now, you don't violate the sanctity of the copyright system, because it's a very abusable system, and when you cross that line of abusing that, it's a really not cool move from like everybody in the space. So that happens. So now there's some more salt, or the more salt in the wound, there's more weight on the scale. Oh, and how do I know that this happened? Well, like I said in a video, but there is a 2-hour video made by June the King, basically describing this whole saga of getting doxed by Low Tier God. Another situation that I should bring up is there was this Twitch streamer who said in a tweet that they were going to shoot up Twitch headquarters. Take a guess how many days they were banned. Just stop everything, just guess. Are you done? Well, it was a 30-day ban. So if you're just as confused as I am, yes. Someone who threatened to go to Twitch headquarters, to shoot up Twitch headquarters, got a 30-day ban, when Jidion, when all he did was spam L in someone's chat and got an indefinite ban. Does that make any sense to you? Because it sure doesn't to me. Now, I'm focusing really heavy on Twitch because, like I said, the moderation on Twitch doesn't make any sense. And they cause a lot of their own problems. And Twitch's moderation is so bad that it's spawning a conspiracy that they're anti-man. Do I believe that? No, I don't think that they have an agenda to just target men. But with their history of bans and enforcing the rules, it kind of spawns those theories to come up, because it's shady as fuck, to say the least. They're causing their own problems, and it's their fault entirely. I don't feel bad for them, because it's their own fucking fault. And then you have the case of fucking Alinity, who literally committed animal abuse by giving her cat fucking vodka, and she didn't get an indefinite ban. She literally showed her tits, I think, on live. It was an accident, but still, she did it. And they didn't even ban her at first. She asked Twitch moderation staff to ban her. That's how fucking vague and how inconsistent Twitch runs their shit. And YouTube isn't any better. YouTube literally has people breaking the fucking law. It's having these people stay on the platform and does fucking nothing. You have people like Leafy, who has still been banned, not even on Twitch, on YouTube, on fucking everything, for clickbaiting Pokimane. I don't want to be a fucking white knight for Leafy of all people, but there is a pattern going on that needs to be addressed. These websites are fucking inconsistent, and we, as creators and consumers of said media sites, need to do something about it. It's getting ridiculous. But yeah, so I've showed you now that there are some examples that are pretty ridiculous, but this just goes to show that the incompetence that are in these companies are ridiculous. Now, obviously, Corey's situation and Jidion's situation are kind of different. Corey, all that's happening with him is that his videos are being demonetized, which means they're not being seen by as many of his fans. It's still bad, but Jidion's is worse because he legitimately got banned from a website. Which obviously he's moved to YouTube and he's doing very well for himself. But he's already gotten 2 strikes, I believe, on his second channel for reacting to videos. He talked about it in a video, I will link it down below, but it's still a shitty situation nonetheless. And my point of making this video is to say something has to be done. I mean, there's literally someone who fucked another person on Twitch. Full blown, you could see the fucking happening, and they haven't been banned. Side note, why don't you just make a fucking OnlyFans? But I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And it's just a constant reminder of a point I've been trying to make since my video a long time ago. Someone needs to hold these websites accountable. Now, I wasn't gonna bring in Andrew Tate or anything involved with him, but I just want to also throw this out there. Andrew Tate was banned probably for, I'd say, a pretty decent reason at this point. You know, these websites can kind of do whatever they want, but it doesn't mean we can't criticize them. Now, Andrew Tate got banned for being considered a dangerous hate group, but that's kind of confusing to me because they have had someone on the website who is actively committing a crime and doxing people. Sky Jackson, if you don't remember, a couple years ago during when the pandemic was going on and the BLM movement was kind of making its big thing, she was going and exposing people who were saying the N-word, and she was doxing them to her very big fan base, and nothing was done. Remember, doxing is a fucking crime. If you're gonna call out people, don't give out their public information when you have a massive platform. So the power imbalances are kind of minimalized because she is a big person. She is an actress. She has a huge following, but nothing was done because one is considered good while the other is considered bad. That's just the inconsistencies I'm talking about. It just doesn't run on Twitter and Twitch, and I had to throw that out there as to say that it's just a thing that has been going on recently for some reason. These websites aren't being held accountable, and it's ridiculous because we're the ones that give these websites money. Yes, obviously sponsors give the websites money to pay us. I mean, not me, but other creators. But these websites were made for the everyday person, and they're not doing their jobs anymore. They're not here for creators. They're not here for the everyday person they're made for. They're made to get a bag. And it's ridiculous because when you have people's fucking livelihoods at stake, you can't afford to be this incompetent, and you are, and it's humiliating. I guess I'm talking directly to Twitch and YouTube and fucking wherever else. You need to do your job better. I'm so sick of people saying that these companies can't moderate their sites better. Stop bootlicking these billion-dollar companies. Yes, the fuck they can. They need to hire people who are qualified to do a good job. Because when you are playing with people's money, it's a big deal. When you're playing with how people have lived their lives for the majority of their life, it's a big fucking deal. Get your shit together, hire people who are good for the job, and fix your shit. I don't understand why that's such a hard concept to know, especially for YouTube. I'm most disappointed in YouTube because they've had problems like this for many, many years now. You can go back, I could say, to 2015. YouTube has had problems since fucking way back then, and they still haven't addressed it. Copyright has been broken for such a long time. You know, creators' rights, well, are better, aren't where they should be. These websites need to do better. Twitch has such a long way to go. It is a pile of garbage when it comes to moderation. You have spread so much toxicity on your own just by not having a fair moderation system, Twitch. That is your problem. And to the person watching this right now, don't feel bad for these websites. It's their own fault that this happened. And it's due to their own incompetency that any of the fucking problems they get from this is well deserved. Now, what can you do? Well, there's not much you can do, unfortunately. There's not much I can do, unfortunately. But I would recommend go watch Jidion's video, go watch CoreyxKenshin's video, draw your own conclusions, finish watching this video, and draw your own conclusions. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. But if you agree with me, which I feel like you will, we gotta speak up. Because this is getting fucking ridiculous now. But, you know, hey, like I said, I'm just ranting. Just going off a little bit. I just heard some shit was going on, I just had to speak about it. So, if you liked today's video, thank you. I appreciate you for watching. And also, if you're interested in how these websites are completely incompetent, you can check out my video that I made about this a while ago. Or subscribe. Whatever you do, I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one, and peace out.